Are you searching for ways to grow your video content? Want to buy my $300 book on how to do it? Stop being cheap, motherfucker! Set your timers. I'm giving you 4 amazing growth tips in 2 minutes. Let's go. Tip number 1, niche down. You need to be very specific about who your audience is because targeting them helps them discover you. An example of this would be most of my content is based in fighting games. However, I have a huge passion for music, fitness, and movies, but I would never include that in LSV content because it could confuse my viewership. If you confuse the viewership, your videos don't perform as well, which means they don't get pushed in the algorithm as much, and that's not what you want. So be very specific by targeting your audience and niching down. Tip number 2 is delivering value. Now, some people love entertainment, but what they really love more is information. If you can find a way to blend these 2 things, you are directly in the sweet spot. So in tip number 1, we figured out who our target audience is. Now we need to ask ourselves, what do they actually need? Look around your community, figure out what some of the top questions are, and then you make content based on providing those answers. An example of this would be that I'm a gaming content creator. So for me, some of these questions could look like, how do you edit a gaming video? How do you set up a live stream? How do you make a YouTube gaming channel? These are all things that I've done, and by providing that information, it gives you the incentive to follow or subscribe because you're looking for more information like that in the future. So for tip number 2, make sure that you're delivering value. Tip number 3 is to build trust. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever heard the saying, the best ability is availability, but that applies to video marketing as well, which is essentially what all of your content is. Through video, people get a feel for who you are, and they start to develop a connection with you. Now, if you're new to making content, be sure that you have a sustainable upload schedule, something like once a week, once every 2 weeks. Just make sure that it's sustainable. Now, if you've been around a little bit longer, like my channel, LS Vision, when someone comes to my page, they see that I have 500 plus uploads, so it's very clear, oh, this guy's gonna publish more content. It's a lot easier to subscribe or follow me. So just make sure that you're not missing uploads because you don't want to sever that relationship. With tip number 3, be sure to build trust. Tip number 4, diversify your content. You wanna have some short form content on TikTok and IG Reels. You wanna have some long form content on YouTube, Facebook, and maybe even Vimeo. Be sure to diversify with some live streams and some pre-recorded content so people can get a chance to really know who you are, do some AMAs and things of that nature. And plus, if a platform crashes, your value doesn't crash with it. So tip number 4, diversify the content. We missed our mark of 2 minutes. I'll try to do better next time, but hopefully you guys can use these tips. For more videos like these, plus awesome gaming content, drop a follow on my TikTok at Loose Streets and sub to LS Vision on YouTube. We out.